Hey, Wilson again. For us guys using this Dragon Slayer, let's look at my next favorite tutorial. Let's turn it over to the professional, Rich. He really knows what he's doing, and he really wants us to be winners. So here we go, Rich.
Hello, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you may be. Today we're going to do some variations on the dragon. It's one of my favorite ones. We have so many programs here that you always tend to favor one you like because you win a lot on it. So it's a good thing. So we're going to show you a few things here. Let me jump over to it. I don't want anybody to be confused. All right. So you might want to listen and maybe even write a couple of things down, or listen to the video again. All right, let's share here. Right, we got our app right here. Just so you see behind it. There we are. Our awesome site. Okay. And let's play. Let me just show you something that could happen. Okay. I'm sorry, I got something on my glasses. Let's say a player comes first. Then you bet on banker and you win. And you're going, all right, I won $5. Now, of course, your settings, you're on the dragon and your shield. What I'm showing you is 0 and 1, and it's turned off. This would turn it on. This keeps it off. Then you close that. And in your money, you got $5, and I'm playing the Super Marty, the Mikey Super Marty, MSM we refer to. And I want them all to be the same. I'm going to do 3 shoes real quick as I can. All right. Now let's say a banker wins again. And then a player and a banker pick up $5. Banker again, pick up $5. You're up 5 units. You're feeling pretty good. And then a player hits. And then you got to go to $15. Okay, $15. Oh no. And a player hits. $40. All right. Keep your fingers crossed. And then here's what happens. Player. Now, when you see 3 of these in a row, it's going to go to a wait. There's a reason why it wants you to wait. It wants to see what's happening. But let's say you ignore the wait, or you don't ignore the wait. You wait for this one, and it comes up a banker. And then it's going to tell you bet $85 on player. And you do. And what happens? The player comes. And they say, oh my God, $180, step 5. Yeah, let's do it. Player comes again. And you're like, you get this notification. Consider changing shoes. No kidding, huh? And then you got $375 on on player, I'm sorry. And a banker comes. And then the notification hits you again just to make fun of you for going so far. And you say, well, you know what? I got to try it. And a player wins. You're now down $290. Even if you didn't play that last one, you can go back here. You'd be down $135. Okay, but you did play the last one, and it was a player, and now you're crying. You got the tissues out. You might have a bottle of whiskey next to you. You might have who knows what, and you're not happy. All right, so let's say you did something a little different. Let's wipe that out. Put everything back. We're going to play exactly the same way. Let's put the shield on. To the recommended 3, 2, turn the shield on, close it, You want to make sure you got your $5 going here. So it resets all the money. $5. Mikey Super Marty. Down here it tells you what your buy-in needs to be, how many units. At $5, 295 units. It's a 7-step series. Close it. Now, let's repeat the same thing. Here's what happened. Now, we stopped on this one, we stopped short, but we still lost a lot. Same setup. Keep making it disappear. Okay, big road. And we got a player, banker, player, banker, player, wait. It went to a banker. No bet. You notice that? Another wait word. 0 bet. And then it goes to a player. It's telling you to wait. And it goes to another player. It's telling you to wait. So I hope nobody's confused. And then it's telling you for a banker and then a player. You put no money out during a losing streak here. These are all losses here. And you didn't lose but 7 few chips, 7 little bitty chips. All right, let me pull out the rest of that shoe. If I have it. Yes, I do. So let's get rid of this. Here's what happened in the rest of the shoe. Okay, so here we are. The 2, 1, 1. Then 2 players came. Player. Okay. So it's 3 players in a row. It's asking you to wait because it knows on 3 players in a row, you got to wait to see what happens. So here in this case, what happened was a banker came. And now it wants you to get back in and play. You went through the wait period. You went through the protection period, 3 and 2. All right. And now it's telling you to wait. But the key thing you should look at, the key thing is 2 wins in a row. 2 wins in a row is going to tell you, jump back in because it's going to get good. All right. So we got the 3 players here and the banker. We got a player next. Look what happened. Player 1. Then we got a banker. Player lost. Then it's looking for a player. Player 1. Banker. Player 1. Let's look for a player. Player 1. He wants to wait and see what happens. A banker 1 right here. And then a banker 1. And then a banker 1. And it's telling you 1 more banker, please. And yes, it is. And then it wants to go player and a player, which it 1. And if you go banker, it's telling you to wait. Why? Because of this. Activate the shield on 3 losses in a row. Okay, we had 3 losses. So now it's going to continue to look for 2 wins, and then you'll be back in that game. But unfortunately, here's what happened. Unfortunately means that you won't be able to play. a player, and then 2 bankers. And you were out of the shoe, but instead of losing, where did I put that? There we go. Instead of losing 140 units or whatever it was, you only won 8 units. And I believe that's called a winning scenario. Okay. So that's one thing you can do. Now, let's say you're aggressive like me. Let's kill all this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Shut that off. Close that. Make sure I'm at $5. Start over. Super Marty, that's all correct. Good. Let's just do what it says here. It's the same as this here. But the difference is I'm going to keep an eye on it. Okay. So we get a player right away. Then we get a banker and a banker and a player and a banker and a banker and the player, player, player. Now it's telling us to wait because we lost 3 in a row. I do not have the shield on. It's off. So it's up to me to pay attention to what's going on. You can do it either way. We're -7 right now. So I'm going to say, okay, I got 3 players in a row. Let's see what happens. We already know what happens. We look on there. We look over here. It goes to a banker. Right away, that tells me player, player, banker is forming a pitchfork. No, I don't want it. I skip the bet. Okay, I skip the bet. And the next result is a player. And it wants me to bet on banker for the same amount as the last one. But I skipped it. Must skip it again. Okay, and then what happens? Player again. Save me money. And I'm going to skip it again. Because it could be still forming the pitchfork. And it goes to a banker. And I'm going, oh, crap. I'm going to skip again. Well, what am I looking for? These are all losses. I want to get to 2 W's, 2 wins in a row. And then I'm going to tell myself, jump back in. But I'm still in an aggressive game, but paying attention to when I'm in trouble so I don't get into trouble. Now you can have the program do that for you, or you can do it yourself. I'm doing it myself because I like to keep the aggressive nature going for the rest of the shoot. But that's just me. Okay. There is no right or wrong, except losing is wrong. Right. So our next one was a player. I skip that. I hit player. And all of those were losses. So now let's forget this because the rest of the shoe's down here. You go down here, you look for the same thing. We're at this player here, right here. It went 2 players in a row. Player. Wait a minute. Sorry. Let me redo that. I'm still skipping. Skip to my loop. Okay. Player. I'm still skipping. And another player came up. Now, what am I looking for here? W, W. It's in yellow because I skipped it. You know, before you play it, you don't know if it's going to win or lose. So I'm waiting till I see 2 wins in a row. Now that's telling me, jump back in. Now it's telling me to wait. So I got to wait for one hand. If you look at where this is here, now that the pitchfork has formed, you're over here, you're looking for a banker. So put the banker in. Now it says bet $85 on player. What's next? $85 on player. You win. Next is telling you to go to banker. Banker. Lost. Then it's telling you to go 3 players in a row. Okay. Player. 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 Now, 3 players in a row. all of a sudden the warning light goes off in my head. But I'm not in a series of losses here. So I'm going to say, let's see what happens. So what happens? A banker comes up. All right. Now, if a banker comes up and I'm not in a series of losses, I'm going to continue to bet. And what happens? Another banker comes up. And then we lose that. And a banker comes up. We lose that. And I go for one more banker. And we win that. Then next is a player. We lose that. And a player. We win that one. Then three bankers again. This one, and this one. 3 losses in a row again. So that's telling me, let's skip a couple of bets. So we're going to skip, even though it's bankers, doesn't matter. I'm going to still skip it. How much can you lose if you skip a bet? Tough question. 0. If you skip a bet, you can't lose anything. So player comes and we hit that. And now I'm going back into banker mode. There we go. So I pick up 27 units out of 34 hands, and there's a whole bunch of area that I didn't bet on. I didn't bet here. I didn't bet here. Did it hurt me? No. I won 27 units, $122.50. Okay. So you might want to test out the different ways you want to play the Dragon Slayer. He can run over you like a tank if you're not paying attention, or you can play it safe and put the shield on, or you can keep your eye out and still bet aggressively and go for it. Anyway, I hope that helps you out somewhere along the lines, and I will be talking to you all later. Let me stop this here. And if you have any questions, of course, send them in. I appreciate you all joining. Wow. I have advice for all you young people. Don't get old. It sucks. All right. Peace out.
Hey, thanks again, Rich. That was clearer than mud. Talk to you next time, guys. Banker, banker, player. Player, player, player. Show me the money.